it's Melanie. Happy Wednesday, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my summer foot care routine. I know, random. Hear me out. We are in June. It's June. It is summer, basically summer in the northern hemisphere. I know we're not quite there according to the calendar, but we're getting there. It has been really nice and warm here in Oregon over the last few weeks. We've still had some rainy days, but for the most part, I have switched from my winter boots to my summer Birks. That's right. I'm German. I was born there. I grew up wearing Birkenstocks. My Oma was always the Oma that believed in good orthotic shoes. Birkenstocks are the way to go, especially if you have flat feet, which as a child I did. I still do now. I find Birkenstocks very comfortable. I will link my favorite ones down below for you. So that's what I basically wear all summer. I don't really wear flip-flops because, like I said, I have flat feet and I need the arch support. But I find the Birks go with a lot more of my outfits, so I can either dress them up or dress them down. They're a great multi-purpose shoe, but they expose my feet. And my feet get looking a little rough because starting in fall, I typically wear boots and I don't take care of my feet. I know that's probably bad, but it's just one of those things that I feel like I can skip out on because I'm putting on socks and I'm putting on boots and no one ever sees my feet unless I'm at home. So before we get into the routine, I will admit that once a month during the spring and summer, so typically starting in April, I will treat myself to a professional pedicure. So that's something I do once a month as a treat to myself. I don't do it the rest of the year because, I don't know, it just seems a little frivolous, especially if I'm gonna just be putting on socks and boots. So I do go, and I have a very reputable salon that I go to, and I actually bring all of my own supplies. So I have like a little bag that has my own nail clippers, my own little cuticle trimmers, everything that a nail technician would need to do my toenails. So I hand them that little bag and they use all the things from in there. I even bring my own nail polish and the little basins that they use. There's actually a plastic piece that goes in there, and I have seen them clean the bowl and run like bleach through it before and after every client. So I know this is a really reputable salon. One thing I will tell you to watch out for is I've seen some horror stories about people getting like foot fungus and all kinds of gross stuff. So just make sure that you're picking a really good salon to go to if you're gonna have somebody else do your pedicure. Word of warning, because having some kind of foot or nail fungus is not pleasant from what I've seen. I try to avoid that at all costs. So I kind of solve or get around that by just bringing all of my own stuff. But when I'm at home, the other weeks of the month, I like to take care of my own feet and just kind of maintain what they do at the nail salon. So I'm gonna start with the very first thing that I do. So these are very similar to the baby foot. I know Tony Moly does these exfoliating socks. These are basically just an exfoliating sock that you put on your feet. And this one here is the Patchology Posh Peel. So this basically has a AHA and BHA botanical blend that basically just, your feet just, I was gonna say stew, that's so gross. But your feet just sit in these socks for about an hour and get kind of wrinkly. And then you take the socks off, you wash the rest of the liquid off, and then you just leave your feet. And over the course of 3, 4, 5 days, they start peeling. And by peeling, I mean sheets of skin will come off. What these are great for, and I will tell you really quickly, just one quick tip, soak your feet in warm soapy water for, if you can, maybe 20 to 30 minutes prior to putting these on, because it does help the acids get in a little bit deeper into the skin because they don't have to work through as much of the dead skin, if that makes sense. It kind of softens up a little bit. I know, probably not the most pleasant thing to be talking about, but it does make a difference. So, but anyway, once you're done with the treatment, you take it off, you start to get that peeling action within a few days. It's really tempting to want to pull that off. Just let it peel naturally. During that peeling process, I do just wear socks and like my tennis shoes on those days because it's significant. If I wore Birkenstocks, I think someone would look at my feet and go, what's going on? So yeah, you just kind of have to go through that process. But I'm telling you, once you complete these, your feet are so, you just basically have all new fresh skin, which is fantastic. Certainly you can get after your feet with that Amope like thing, that spinner thing. If you use that and that works great for you, I think that's awesome. This just is a very easy thing for me to do, usually 2, maybe 3 times a year. You don't want to do it too often. Usually I will do it every like 2 months during the spring and summer, and that's usually plenty for me. And then in the winter, if I'm like, you know, looking at my feet and thinking, ugh, kind of need a little bit of a do-over, I will do it then too. But anyway, this one's fantastic. I did receive this one through the Octoly website. This is the one that I will repurchase, because what I liked about this is they actually give you two sets in here versus like the baby foot and stuff, you only get 1 treatment, and this worked incredibly well. So this is what the little boots look like. So you pour the AHA, BHA blend in here, and then you put your feet in and you wrap it up. And then you just sit and you play on your phone or do whatever it is you do when you relax. So you have 1 per sock, 1 little packet. So just fill that up, leave that on, and you're good to go. Don't use any moisturizers. It might be kind of tempting because your skin will start to feel very tight and dry as it starts the peeling process. Just let it go. Let it do its thing. Don't be tempted to pull and tug. You might be pulling on that skin way before it's ready to let go, and that's gonna hurt. So don't do that. So anyway, I do that, and then from there on out, I just have to maintain the results of having that new fresh skin. It gets rid of all of the like cracked, dry heel issues that I kind of deal with during the winter time. And then, actually I won't talk about lotion quite yet. I want to talk about what I do every single day to like gently exfoliate my feet, to again maintain the results of the peel. First thing I do is I use just the Tree Hut Lemon Blueberry Tart Shea Sugar Scrub. So this is something easy that I can do very quickly in the morning when I don't have time to do this thing, which I'll talk about in a second. So I love these Tree Hut scrubs. They're Shea Sugar Scrubs. There we go. This one is amazing. The smell of this one is incredible. If you can get your hands on this, use this. Or if you like the smell of roses or lychees or, I don't know, coconuts and lime, then get that one. There's tons of scents is what I'm trying to say. Love this one. You can find this stuff at Ulta. I will link everything down below. But yeah, so I will just quickly use this in the morning when I take my shower, and it takes me like a couple seconds, and it's a great way to very gently exfoliate and just clean my feet in the morning. It's good for that. When I have just a little bit more time, like when I don't hit the snooze or when I don't have to like rush to get Stella out the door, I will just use my regular body wash. Right now it's the Raw Sugar Watermelon Mint one. Oh, it's so good, you guys. And then you just get one of these things. This one here I found at Fred Meyer, but you can, I'll find something similar at Ulta and I'll link that. So I'll just use the brush to clean my feet. Then I use the little pumice sometimes to do like the more like sensitive areas of my feet, like the arch. And then I use this has like a sandpaper type surface. And then this one is that like, this is gonna sound gross, but it's like a cheese grater type attachment. And I will use that like on my heels and on like the pads of my feet, like near the front where my toes are. Sometimes those will get a little bit rough and dry. And then my toes. Usually just my big toe on the side gets a little bit rough, so I will use that on there. And then this does a great job of, again, just getting rid of those dead skin cells and maintaining what the peel did for me in the first place. So, and it's nice because when I go to get my pedicures, the girls are always like, your feet actually look pretty good. And I'm like, I know, I've been trying. So anyway, I will wash my feet every single day with something like this. And then every night when I go to bed, I use this on my feet and then I put socks on. If I really want to amp it up, I will also use some of this like on my heel and the other rough spots. This is the Lalicious, the oil. This is just an oil. Mine's pretty solid right now. Well, there's a little bit that's melted, and I'll just kind of pour a little tiny bit of that into the palm of my hands and put it like on my heels and really rub that in, and then put the socks on. But first I apply this. This is the Paula's Choice Resist Skin Revealing Body Lotion 10% AHA. I love this on my upper arms to help deal with my eczema, but this is also fantastic for your feet where you need the AHAs to help exfoliate, continually exfoliate. Obviously the AHAs are a little bit stronger in here because this is actually causing your skin to peel. This is pretty gentle. This has glycolic acid as well as some antioxidants in it. It's just a really great multi-purpose like whole body moisturizer and exfoliator, but it's really good for the feet as well. Again, I put on socks and then I go to bed. When I wake up in the morning, my feet are crazy soft and they're continually being exfoliated so that I don't have to work as hard with this or have to use this as often, if that makes sense. So, and then I get my toenails painted at the salon. I really suck at painting my own toenails. I have a bunch of nail polish from back when I used to wear it on my fingernails, and I just pick one of those and I take it to the salon and I have them slap that on. And I don't do like the gel or shellac on my toenails because I actually find that the polish lasts an entire month. Like it starts to grow out a little bit, but I don't chip my toenail polish. I also keep my toenails pretty short, so that might help with that. But that's what I do. It's very simple. It's not time consuming. The most time consuming thing that you're gonna do is if you do these peels, you have to be able to sit still for like an hour. But it's totally worth it, you guys, to really have like a fresh start. I will also link the baby foot down below. And then a couple months ago, it's actually probably more like January, my mom, she was at Ulta and she picked up the Tony Moly ones. I don't think Tony Moly is cruelty free, but my mom is kind of clueless when it comes to that stuff. She doesn't buy beauty stuff. That's not my mom. I am polar opposite from my mother when it comes to like self-care stuff. But she picked one up for me and we did them together, and that one worked pretty well too. So if you're not cruelty free, that's an option. And I think the Tony Moly ones are probably pretty cheap. So anyway, I will link some options down below if you're not interested in this one, but it does come with 2 in this pack. So I feel like that's a really good deal. That's what I do. Let me know what your favorite polish color is for the summertime for your toes. I'm always curious to see what people wear on their toes during the summer. I tend to go with like oranges or like the classic just bright red. I just think that looks really good. But yeah, orange and reds are kind of my jam during the summer. And sometimes fuchsia or hot pink, but more so orange for some reason. I feel like it looks good with my skin tone. So anyway, thanks so much for taking the time to watch today. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye.